This is really important, so I'm going to share the backstory. A few nights ago, I was sitting here in the corner on my deck. It's the darkest point of my deck. I can right up tucked against the cabin, right up close to my screened-in porch area. I was sitting out here enjoying the stars. I've been out here for about 45 minutes. I thought I heard a few things out in the woods, so just nonchalantly I did a mouth pop. Just like that. Immediately, I get a tree knock response on the other side of my pond, over on this hillside back here. Immediately following that, something comes down. Trees breaking. Very loud, very fast, comes from the top of the hill, comes down, apparently crosses my driveway and hits the top of my carport right here. I'm in the corner here in the dark thinking, what the hell was that? At the same time, I'm thinking, I need to be recording this, so I gotta devise a plan. I'm not sure if this thing knows that I'm sitting here. I'm pretty sure when the response came from over here, the one up here knew something was up when I did that mouth pop. And it came down here, ran down here, slammed the top of the carport, knowing that something was, because usually they talk back to each other, and this one didn't do the call. I did. So I got up. I walk over to this corner, right here by the carport. I mean, I'm that close to wherever this thing's at, and it's breaking branches and letting me know that it's there. So I turn my back to it just like this, and I stretch, like, okay. I act like it's not there. I expose my back to it, and I slowly walk back into my cabin. The first thing I do is I grab my recorder and I turn it on. This Olympus recorder. I make a big showing. A lot of misdirection. I open the door from inside the cabin to this screened-in porch area, but I keep doing other things. And last thing I do before I go to bed is I walk over, I set this Olympus recorder right on the floor inside my screened-in porch area. Now I lock the door. From that point on, I go to bed. What happens next is there's 7 hours of audio. Tree breaks, whistles, things hitting my cabin. Even more interesting, something sneaks into this screened-in porch area, and it's in there for 6 or 7 hours inside my screened-in porch area. While all the other activities going on out here, there's something in here, and the reason I know that is it grabs my recorder at one point. The door to the cabin is locked inside here. The only way in is through here to even touch this recorder. Not only that, it tries the door to my cabin, jiggles it. The only way it can do that is by being inside of here. One thing to note, because I did think, okay, maybe it's a bear. Well, you can kind of look. So where I keep my trash before trash day, I put my bags of trash in here, and then I take it down to the road. All the bags of trash were not messed with. Would a bear come in here and not play with my trash? You'll have to decide that. Is that bear behavior? Then you're also going to have to decide on all the other audio you hear for the next 7 hours. Is that bear behavior? Other people, you might think, okay, well, maybe you had a neighbor boy. I think I have enough people to vouch to where I live and how remote I live. There are no neighbors. And any neighbors that are out there definitely know how well armed I am. That would be a death wish for anybody that lives around here that knows this guy's got a lot of guns. The only other thing I want to note is during that 7 hours of audio, you will never hear this wind chime. When the wind blows, you'll never hear that in the 7 hours of audio that I have. So to blame it on the wind, there's your proof right there. It wasn't a windy night. It was a very silent, very dead night. So I'm gonna have so much audio, I'm just gonna post the highlights of it for now, just so you can get an idea and get your head wrapped around and decide for yourself what you think was going on. And then over the next couple weeks, I'll analyze the audio some more. But that is the backstory. Here's a whistle. Here's the point where I think it actually sneaks into the covered porch. You can hear a little bit of noise and something moving around. So the recorder's already in the covered porch area. And in that covered porch area, there's a door that leads into the cabin. And this is the point where the individual is trying to open the door to my cabin, but it's locked, but you can hear it jiggling the door. I'll do it one more time. You can hear it shaking the door, like trying to open it. There's a pretty good tree knock. Now, like with all things, you gotta consider all the audio and what makes the most sense. What's going on? I will play this again. Okay, so at this point, the recorder is inside the covered porch area. And how we know there's an individual actually in the covered porch area is it plays with the recorder, and you can hear that right here. The only way something can touch the recorder is if it's inside the covered porch area. One more time. Again, you just got to listen to what's going on outside and make up your own mind. Here's another, what sounds to be a tree knock. One more time. Here it seems they're throwing something at the cabin, and you can hear it hit the roof. Again, another example of something hitting the cabin, a little rock or something. This one's just a really strange audio. I have no idea what it is. It sounds very mechanical, but I'm just being diligent and posting what's on here. I have no idea what the source of this is. Play it one more time. More rocks hitting the cabin.